That was fun. Hi everybody, it's Mars. I'm heyBrownBerry, your host for this YouTube makers podcast called the BrownBerry Chronicles. Today's episode is going to be a very short one. In fact, I call it a BBC bonus. I'm recording because I wanted to share with you the start of a new make-along. And I thought this would be a good way to announce it and to have you all included. If you're new to this podcast, thank you so much for joining me. You can feel free to go back and check previous episodes and see if this podcast is to your liking. I talk a lot about knitting, sometimes crochet, and the community that I'm fortunate to be part of other makers who like to use fiber, yarn, fabric, and other materials for making. And to all my returning viewers, of course, thank you for being here. I wanted to have another make-along ready as we've just wrapped up our Love the One Year Whip make-along, and our winner was Karen of Simply Stashless. She also has a podcast I recommend. And big thank you to Natalie of Remembrances Pottery, who was our prize sponsor. So congratulations to Karen. So as we wrap up one make-along, I'd like us to encourage each other by way of another. This one is being called the Spring Cleaning Make-Along. So it's March, and in North America, spring is about to begin. It's almost the end of March, and I know that some of you may have a tradition of spring cleaning for your homes, where you get rid of the old and welcome the new. You clear out some things that you don't want cluttering up your space. I have been doing some of that as I'm looking to be a bit more minimalist in the things that surround me, and also to be really conscious of my consumption and the things that I bring into that space. So this spring cleaning make-along follows with that theme, and I would like us to apply it to our making. Now, some of you may not participate in this tradition, and you don't get worked up about things like clutter, but I know that most of you in your making are often looking to bring beautiful materials into your stash, like yarn and fabric and other things, but you may feel a little overwhelmed by not using up what you already have. So that's been kind of a theme for me for this year, and I'm encouraging others who feel that they'd like to just keep moving forward in their craft to participate in make-alongs that encourage that. So this spring cleaning make-along is not just about stash busting. I thought of some ways that we could be really inclusive and not have too many stringent rules around it, but encourage each other in a very positive way. So here are the guidelines for the spring cleaning make-along. In order to participate, you will set 3 goals, and those 3 goals can be anything you like as long as they fit within these guidelines. So your first goal is to measure. To measure, you would set a goal of, say, knitting up 1,000 yards. You don't necessarily have to declare your start and end time, but you do have to declare the goal. Once you've set that yardage goal and you've reached it, you'll post about it in our make-along thread. So the measurement is up to you. I am setting a minimum of at least 400 yards. So you can set a goal of 400 yards or above, and once you've reached that goal by knitting or crocheting, or weaving, that's goal 1 achieved. Your second goal is to make. Very simple. We already do that. Your goal in this case is to make something that you have been thinking about for a while and maybe putting off. Maybe it's been in your queue forever or your favorites list on Ravelry. Maybe it's something that is unfinished and you would really like to just clear your hook or your needles. Maybe it is something that you've been meaning to gift someone. This goal to make is all craft inclusive. All you have to do is declare the goal, achieve the goal, and post about that achievement. It could be any craft that brings you joy. That's goal number 2. And finally, goal number 3. Goal number 3 has a theme of growth. So your third goal is to grow. And to grow in our making, we need to sharpen our skills and try new skills and learn new things. So your third goal is to grow your skill set by trying a new technique, a new method. Could be anything. It applies to, again, any craft, a new cast on, a new bind off, a new sewing method or technique, making an item you've made previously, but in a different way. Any of those things count. The idea is to grow in your skill set. So I have a couple examples here of what I'll be doing towards my goals. This is Nash Island Fog yarn. It's a beautiful Starcroft fiber yarn. I think I may have shown it before. This was gifted to me by Shelley from her trip to the coast of Maine. And I have a couple of colors here. This one is called Barnacle. Very soft and squishy. This yarn is Soulful Stash. I think this would qualify. It's 95% wild Maine wool and 5% Maine-grown Angora. And although I don't live in Maine, it is local to me in the US. And the second color, you can see that Angora halo. The second color is Cove. It's beautiful. And I'm going to pair these together in a project. So goal number 3, growth, is one that I'm particularly interested in. I am trying to grow my skills in the types of knitting that I do and just in being more brave in my knitting in general. So with these 2 yarns, I'm going to do some color work. In a cowl that I found that I love. I'll insert a picture of it. Because I am able to knit continental and carry yarn with my left hand and also English and carry yarn with my right hand, I'm hoping that will help me with a 2-color colorwork project. And I am excited to try making the motifs and using color in another way. So that's how I'm going to grow my skills, and I look forward to seeing how you're going to grow yours. So that's 3 goals. And so we must have 3 prizes. When you set 3 goals and you achieve those 3 goals, you'll earn an entry for the prizes. And the 3 prizes are Ravelry credits, we'll call them funds for pattern shopping. And they will be in the amount of $7, $15, and $25 for patterns of your choosing. So I will pick 3 winners, and each winner will be given one of those 3 prizes. In order to earn an entry, by the way, you can set 3 goals, work on them, achieve them, and then set 3 more goals for different projects. Within the time of the make-along, you can enter as many times as you like. All the details for this make-along are in the BrownBerry Chronicles Ravelry group. I've written them out, hopefully clearly enough, but of course you can post comments and questions there or down below in this YouTube description box. I hope you'll join us. I'm very excited to have another reason to connect with you all and for us to make along together. So thanks for being part of this BBC bonus episode. I'll see you around the interwebs. Happy making. Bye.